Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, and I'm back with even more cool and unique camp locations. These are spots that already have structures, workbenches, all sorts of cool things. Now, I think this may have just been a random spawn right there, so pay that no mind. But it is a sign that you need to remember that some of these locations might have enemies that spawn there. So you need to be ready for that. But this location does have an Armory Workbench on the back porch. And you can go into the basement of this house, which is pretty cool. It's got a little bit of space for you to work with. Not a whole lot, but it gives you something. And honestly, any houses you can build in are pretty dang cool. Now, when you work your way around the outside of this house, you'll find a tree that has fallen on top of it. You can either try to walk on the tree or cheat and use marsupial like me, and you'll find an ammo box up here, and a duffel bag, and also a bench if you care about that. Now this location is somewhat close to Vault 76. I'm not really sure how you feel about that, but I'm thinking of this as more of a decent spot for a newer player. Because I don't really want to forget about them, and it's always nice to have a free workbench early on. Moving on, now we're going to a sexy skeleton. Oh yeah. Everybody wants a sexy skeleton, don't you? Okay, maybe not. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I'm not going to judge you on that. I mean, there's plenty of skeletons to choose from. You even got Frisky Cop, sexy skeleton, Frisky Cop. Now out here in the seating area, there's a lot of just little random things you can pick up. Of course, a food box is always cool. But the main reason I picked this location was this lovely little building right here. Well, it does feature several containers you can loot on the outside. It's what's on the inside that really matters. What's on the inside? A couple first aid kits. Plus a decent amount of flat space in here for you to be able to place whatever you may want. And a gnome. Can't forget the gnome and the toilet paper. Kind of a necessity. There is a neat little hole on the roof, which I got to thinking about, and I was like, I think if you put your house up on top, it'd be kind of cool just to have like a little emergency exit down into the bottom floor. If only we could have actual vertical ladders that we could use. It would definitely make life a whole lot easier. Now here on the picnic tables, there's a decent amount of random crap that you can pick up. And scrap, toy cars are always useful. But over here you have a swimming pool, and honestly, how many locations in the world can you have a swimming pool at your camp? And a hot dog cart. Alright, I want that in the atomic shop. I want that item. I want to be able to build it at my camp, because a home's just not a home without a hot dog cart in your living room. Okay, maybe it's still a home, it's just not nearly as cool. Dear Bethesda, bring me a hot dog cart. I think some other people might be able to get behind that. I don't know. I could just be crazy. Now, if you're wanting this location, you'll find it right here. It's a decent spot. Puts you kind of in the middle of Toxic Valley. I like it, but there may be enemies that spawn there. Just remember. Now, as for enemies that spawn at places or near places, there's a Scorch Beast near here. Yeah, you can see it off in the distance. Not to worry about, though, because you're going to be living in a cave. That's right, instead of being a vault dweller, you're going to be a cave dweller. Now, there's not that many cave locations in Fallout 76, so there's not a lot to choose from. But this one seemed pretty nice. It's got a decent amount of space for you to build in. It comes with a free cooking station with a woodpile nearby, just in case you go to cook something and you go, "Ah, man, I've ran out of wood." You're covered on that. And actually, you'd be surprised how often you'll run out of wood and not be ready for it. I know it's happened to me quite a few times, and it always catches me off guard, because normally I have way too much wood. Now, there is this alternate entranceway into the cave, so if you do decide to move here, make sure you're planning on either blocking off one of them or taking advantage of the dual entrances. Now, if you want this, you will find this up near the top of the map. That's probably the biggest downside I can see for this location. I don't even see that Scorch Beast as a major issue. Now let's go to what is probably my favorite unique camp location so far. Now, why is this my favorite? Because you get a free pet. You get Merkles the kitty cat. Now, it doesn't seem like it turns hostile towards you. If it did, I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty sure if I shoot Merkles, just gonna explode into a mist of red paste. Okay. Luckily, it's not gonna come to that. Merkles is super cool. And another good thing about Merkles, if you're into this location for the free pet, if Merkles does die, it's okay. The kitty cat will respawn. So, unlimited free pet. Now, there is a decent amount of different junk that you can loot here, which is really nice. Also, because Merkles is here, I don't believe any enemies spawn here. I haven't seen it. Don't think that's a thing. So you should be free and clear on that. Plus, you get this cool little coffee shop. It does have 2 different safes for you to loot. A few different containers. Just awesome spot overall. In fact, I enjoyed this spot so much that I actually built a camp here just to see what I could pull off. So I'm going to upload a video later this week of me showing off what I was able to do with this location, maybe to give you some ideas if you decide to move here. And of course, there's a ton of different wood piles here. Free bag of cement. Not only that, you go over here to this little cooking area. Of course, more wood, but free food. Yeah, you can't beat that. Free food is awesome. I personally love free food, whether it be in a video game or real life. Free food is the best food. Oh, and Merkles so freaking cool. Now I just need to find a location that has a dog. That location, luckily, will also put you really close to a train station, which is real high up on my personal priority list. Alright, now we're heading into the mire. Now, fair warning, when I showed up here, I heard a turret explode, and there was a pack of wolves. So you may need to be ready for that. But you do get an Armor Workbench and a Tinkerer's Workbench, which 2 free workbenches is just plain awesome. There's no other way to put that. Super cool. Though I am worried that that turret might be hostile towards you, and having a hostile turret in the middle of your camp might not be the best thing ever. But then again, if wolves decide to spawn here, they're going to get distracted with that turret before anything else. Now, I do love this little idea right here. They took a dump truck and built a house in the back of it, but we'll get to that part in a minute. Before that, under the back porch, there's a couple different containers you can loot and a safe. Now let's head up there and we'll look at the inside. Not a lot going on right here, but man, this was a really cool idea. And I have to admit that I don't think I ever would have thought of doing that. And I kind of like it when I play the game and I find just random little things and go, wow. I never in a million years would I went, I'm going to build my house in the back of a dump truck. Pretty freaking cool. Now this is a fairly solid spot mire-wise because it puts you right on the edge of both the mire, the Savage Divide, and right near the Cranberry Bog, so you're good to go moving towards any direction. Should help you out fairly well when it comes to fast travels. Now for the finisher. We're into the Cranberry Bog. And this is a pretty cool location. Oh, look at that. I know someone's going, Decoy, there's a road. What's so special about this? It's not the road. It's what's under the road that matters. You gotta go into the hole. Now, once you get in here, you find like this little, I don't even want to call it an office. I don't know what this is. But in here, there's going to be a decent amount of glowing fungus in case you live off of that sort of thing. Some glasses, some alcohol, a floor safe. desk with some other random junk, but you can see what the key point is right there at the top. The cap stash. Oh yeah, I brought you another location with a cap stash because I know that's pretty high up on people's priority list. A free cap stash is very nice. Now, another additional thing that's pretty cool about this location is I think it'd be fairly easy to secure your cap stash down there. And then you have this nice area up on the road that you could build and build around that hole. It's pretty nice. Now, when you go looking for this location, if you keep an eye out for this truck, it should make it way easier for you to find that little camp spot. But if you're wanting to move here, you'll find it right up here. Now, that's going to wrap up this video, but I will be returning with even more cool and unique camp locations next week. I've still got some awesome ones up my sleeve, so don't worry. I'm going to keep bringing you some. Hope you've enjoyed this. Please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.